Okay, so I'm going to begin now because I don't want to go too late. So I will be sharing screen with you all and starting with the presentation. I'd just like to request that you all go onto mute. And I will do this quite fast because I know a lot of you know what this is all about, but it's just like a little bit of a reminder, refresher. We've done these before, but while we've gone along the way since the digital exam started, it's going to be almost a year now in December. In fact, November we launched it. Things have changed a little. There's new stuff that has come in, and everybody has realized that there are some things which can be done differently. So I'm just going to go through this. So this is the music exams, of course. It's the rock and pop, the classical and jazz, as well as the diploma exams. So this is what we are going to be talking about. A word before we go any further about syllabuses. I have found there is a lot of confusion about the digital syllabus. A lot of people think that this syllabus that you're seeing on your screen will contain also the requirements for the different grades. But no, this is the digital syllabus and gives you the requirements and the process for the exam. Please remember that. What is the digital exam, how you go about it, and how you can take this exam. So this is what these three syllabuses give you. There's one for diploma, one for rock and pop, and one for classical and jazz. For the exam, what you do need to do is refer to these. These are the normal syllabuses we had, and also the rock and pop is there, the 5 syllabi. And the requirements for the exam are in this syllabus. How many pieces you need to play, what are the technical exercises. Also about the technical exercises, I will come to that later and explain that in detail also. But this is what you will use for reference to know what to prepare for the exam. But how to go about it for the digital exam and what are the requirements are all in that syllabus we saw on the page before. You can keep putting your questions into the chat box if you have any for this. Our team will be answering it. So let's quickly look at the exam. It's actually just like the other exam, the face-to-face exam, where you have pieces, you have technical work, and you have a component now instead of supporting tests, which is called overall performance. Again, this is a component that should not be ignored, and I will go into it a little bit in detail. So the first two parts of this exam, the pieces and the technical work, are recorded. I'm sorry to say this again, but somebody is not on mute, so please go on mute. I'm getting a little disturbance here. So the first two components are recorded. The examiner will give marks for the third, which is the overall performance, based on how you perform pieces and technical work. An overall performance mark will be given. We'll look into that. So if we look at the pieces, 3 pieces to be prepared as per the instrument syllabus. In the higher grades for singing, the requirement is of 4 pieces. So it's not always 3 pieces. You must show the original book in the recording. It can be visible closed on your music stand. You can have it visible in some way so that it is there, because Trinity is insisting now on the original book. We had some allowances made during COVID, but that is not the case now. And you can get ebooks also from the Trinity store. When you print these out, they look like a photocopy. So please mention on the submission info form that you are using an ebook purchased from the Trinity store. The pieces, as in a face-to-face exam, get 66 marks, 22 each. This is for classical and jazz. For the technical work, since there's no examiner on the other side, when you are going to record this, you are given a choice of 2 sets, and the scales are given with all the details. I will show that to you as to how you need to play them, how many octaves, etc. And these little bundles have been created. They're a combination of scales, arpeggios, exercises, studies, as the syllabus requires. This is again the same number of marks, 14 marks. So candidates get to choose either section 1 or section 2 or section 3 or a combination from the bundle. This is all as per the syllabus, and on our website we have for every instrument the PDF of the technical work. Ashi, can you please put yourself on mute? Choice of technical work does need to be indicated on the submission information form. I will show you that too. You need to play your technical work from memory. That's the scales, triads, broken chords, arpeggios. But for the exercises, the score may be used. So remember that. You can use a prompt sheet, as the examiner is not asking which scale you need to play. You can use a prompt sheet on which you have listed your chosen scales and arpeggios or whatever the requirements is, but it only has to have that list, and you must hold it up to the examiner, to the camera, sorry, not to the examiner, to the camera for about 20 seconds so that the examiner sees there's nothing else written on it. Do remember, you do not need to announce this. You may also have another person asking you the list of scales and arpeggios. That is also allowed. He kind of plays the role of the examiner, but that is all he says. Please play D major, 2 octaves, forte, staccato. Something like that will have to be said as per the requirement for the grade. So this is how the prompt sheet can be. It can be handwritten, it can be typed, it doesn't have to be beautiful, but just clear. They want to know nothing else is on the sheet. Okay. Now here's an example of the kind of bundles you have for the technical work. This is for piano grade 4 that I have taken out. Candidates prepare either section 1A, which is on the left, or section 1B, and section 2. You all know for piano, the exercises are compulsory. And the choice of the work has to be indicated on the submission information form. And this is how it goes. If you choose section 1A, the set A is E major scale, hands together, forte, legato. F minor, candidate can choose harmonic or melodic, hands together, piano, staccato, 2 octaves, and the tempo is given, so on and so forth. And on the right, we see the set 1B. It's a 1B and it's called set B, sorry. And the same kind of choice is there. It's listed out from the requirements of that grade. Now, section 2, exercises. Music may be used. Candidates choose and perform 2 exercises, but remember to select from different groups, either group 1 and group 2, or group 3 and group 1, or group 2 and group 3. One from each of the groups, only 2 groups, not 3 groups, which you play. Okay, let's look at the acoustic guitar. Same way, candidates prepare, this is simpler, section 1 or section 2. For strings, again, they prepare section 1 and either section 2 or section 3 or section 4. So section 1 in strings is compulsory. It's the bowing exercise. And then they have a choice between doing scales and arpeggios 1 set, set A, or scales and arpeggios set B, or the studies. So I think that's quite clear, and most of you know about this. The electronic keyboard, again, there is a compulsory exercise, the keyboard exercise. So that is compulsory. And then they can prepare section 2 or section 3. So please read the directions very carefully. They are well explained. In the electronic keyboard, the keyboard exercise has to be played with all the other choices. The keyboard exercise, and then you can do set A, keyboard exercise, or you can do set B with it, keyboard exercise, or you can do set 3, which is the exercises. Now, for grade 6, it's a little complicated, but I think if you read it carefully, you will understand. So the example here, if set A is chosen, of course, the keyboard exercise is to be played. That's compulsory. So if I'm choosing after that set A, I need to use a key not chosen for the keyboard exercise. So that is important. Saji, could you please go on mute? So this is important. Do not choose the same key as or modal center that you have chosen in the keyboard exercise. So this is the only thing you need to be careful about. The rest is simple enough. Overall performance. Now this is a new part of the exam, and a lot of people were a little confused. How can they replace supporting tests with overall performance? But the way they've done it, the logic behind it, this is how they got there. They saw what was the content and delivery of the face-to-face exam. The musical skills and knowledge that needed to be developed for the supporting tests and session skills for rock and pop were mapped out. And the learning outcomes of teaching these tests, what happens when you teach these tests, was studied. And these skills, they found, are not only outcomes of the supporting tests and session skills when given as a test, but they are all present throughout the work that you are presenting in your exams, which is the pieces and the technical work. So rather than create a new set of tests and replacement, they decided to devise a criteria that would assess these skills across your entire exam performance. And this was thoroughly tested before it was put into practice. So that ensured that the result is comparable to the face-to-face exams. And there are 2 sections in this. One is the performance delivery and focus. So this is how it goes. This performance delivery and focus is how assured you are in your performance, whether you have stopped during, in the middle of a piece, or played through confidently, and how focused you have been on your whole performance, not distracted. And that was 10 marks. That is 10 marks. Musical awareness. This consists of how well you realized all the musical directions in the pieces, how you moved between different styles, and did all the necessary things required for these performing your pieces. And believe you me, it was also extended to the technical work, how well you play your technical work. That is extremely important also. So rest assured, there is nothing, there's no rocket science here, but you need to prepare for the exam well in advance and keep these parameters in mind. And this, or how it is marked, is all in the syllabus book, the digital syllabus book, not in your instrument syllabus book. And here are some examples of what focus could mean, what assurance is, secure knowledge in their work, confident delivery, how your instrument is tuned, your stage presence, posture, page turns, attire, all this comes into play. So be careful when you guide your students in recording. This can be practiced also. How you even turn the page for your next piece. Don't shuffle around. Have it clipped and turn straight to the next page. Appropriate gaps between the pieces. And the musical awareness, of course, is about musical knowledge and convincing the listener that all performance directions have been realized and that you have put a bit of your personality into your playing. So that's what overall performance is, and it's easy to get these marks if you prepare well for it. So the Rock and Pop now has 3 songs and no session skills. You can choose, you must have one technical focus song. You may choose more than one technical focus, but you must specify which is being offered for technical focus, and overall performance remains very relevant here too. Rock and Pop is all about performing. Now the submission information form. On the website now, we have a fillable version which you can download, which I did, and I filled this form. So you can also download the non-fillable one and print it out, fill it, scan it, and upload it, but it must be done, or take a photograph and upload it. This is a convenient one, so you have to tick your classical or jazz, rock and pop, whichever exam you're doing, put the instrument and grade, the candidate name, and the date of the upload or submission. For all exams, list each piece or song in the order of the performance. So the second point here for classical and jazz grades, this was not there earlier, also include technical work in the list in the correct program location. So please look at what I've done here. It's a grade 4 keyboard. I've chosen to play my pieces first. Tchaikovsky's Dance of Little Swans, then Arioso, and then Theme from New York, New York, after which I will do my technical work. So I have listed technical work below that. Just the word technical work. That's it. If you want to do your technical work before, put it right on top and then list your pieces. And if you're doing rock and pop, tick the TF column against the piece you're offering for technical focus. If you're doing an own choice or own composition, please put a tick mark in the box against your own composition or own choice song. Now, after you've done that, you put the set that you have chosen for the technical work. We just saw there was 1, 2, 3, 4 in some of them. So if you're doing 2, section 2, please put that down. And in the box on the right of it, you put a list of the exercises or studies that you are going to be playing. Okay? That's if you've chosen the exercises, to do the exercises. But in piano, you have to put them because it is compulsory. Now, if any of the pieces or songs that are performed are not from a Trinity publication, you need to upload a photo or a scan of the sheet music. If the last year's syllabus is being used, please put it in the box here as it shows, if the old syllabus is being used. And then you've got to tick your declarations that you have taken your video in one continuous take. I have listed all the pieces and indicated my technical work choice, and so on and so forth. And if you're using any part of the COVID-19 special arrangements, please sign this form here. Now, at the moment, I think we are in a pretty good place and we are not really having to use this, except there is still not too much of face-to-face teaching happening. So recordings of for accompaniment will take place. And you have this special arrangements document on the website, and you can see what comes under it. But don't use it randomly. It is always better to have a live accompaniment, but if it's absolutely not possible, you may use this. And the accompanist, if he is there, does not really need to be in the frame, neither does the whatever is playing, the device that is playing the backing track for this. And you can also do it without accompaniment, but I think we are not really in that place yet at the moment with COVID, and hopefully we will not be. So these are the few things I showed you this last time also, validity, and I will reiterate that the singing syllabus has been extended for 1 year until the end of 2022. So the overlap will be till 2023, December 31st. And as is there for the woodwind and jazz and woodwind. So if we kind of go back to the slide before that, piano, I'd said this last time also, but I'll say it again because there may be different people. The old syllabus overlap finishes on 31st December. The pieces are still available in the new syllabus. But the only thing, if you're going to do it after 31st December, you need to prepare the technical exercises from the new syllabus. You cannot use the exercises from the old syllabus. So that is the only difference in the piano. You can continue doing all those old pieces that you were doing from the 18 to 20 syllabus. So that I think was short enough, and I hope it covered everything. This is just about the exam. I'm going to stop screen share now, and we will go into taking questions. Any questions on the exam first, and then we will go into other questions. You may unmute and ask if you need to, or put it in the box. Chat box. Are you all clear about what the exam consists of? You can just raise your hand if it's okay. Okay, I had one raised hand. So I guess everybody is quite clear about the exam. You can still mail us if you like, if you have any questions. And how are we with the questions in the chat box? So somebody was asking some questions remember there was somebody who asked about different instruments. Where's that question?
I think Rajnikant was asking, so he can probably
ask. Rajnikant, you can unmute yourself. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, ma'am. I want to know which book you use for set the syllabus, because pentatonic scale and all, in according to the theory, you are introducing above 3rd grade, 4th grade only. Okay.
Shrikant, can you clarify which instrument you're talking about?
Sorry. Electronic keyboard,
Yes.
initial grade.
Yeah.
In the.
So what you're saying is, in theory of music, we introduced the pentatonic in about grade 4, correct?
Yeah.
Whereas
Yes. But
in the electronic keyboard, in the scales, we introduce the pentatonic scale in the initial grade or the grade.
Yeah. So when my students asking what is pentatonic major scale, sir, I'm not able to explain properly.
Why is it you are not able to? Priya, I'm going to let you take this question.
No. Actually, since you kept pentatonic in above 4th grade in theory grade exam, above 3rd grade, he is doing only grade 1 theory.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's all right. It's something that the teacher has to explain. Our theory is not exactly mapped to the practical exam.
Okay.
If there is a pentatonic scale, the teacher must explain what is a pentatonic scale. Doesn't matter if he's not doing it in his grade 1 theory. That doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that come later on in theory, because writing it is more of a challenge than playing it. Please remember that. Writing a pentatonic scale may not be possible for a grade initial student, but the sound of a pentatonic scale is very well accepted and is very familiar to students, and they can play it very, very easily.
Okay, I'll go to the first page. Since initial grade level, I'm teaching C position. I'm following some books which introduced the right hand C position, left hand C position, right hand G position, left hand G position. Okay. And in your syllabus, I see notes here and there and dotted crochet also. It's very difficult because for 5 years, 6 years kid, they are interested to do initial grades exam.
Yes.
6 months, after 6 months learning, they are asking me to send exam. Okay. Our motto should be encourage the kids. Within 6 months, how they will know D minor, A minor, G7, C, and dotted crochet, fiver. So many things are there.
Okay, I have somebody here ready to answer your question. Yes, Arun.
Well, I've been teaching children 4.5 years old and above. Okay. And there is no difficulty. Some of my students have also appeared in the examination. And I don't think there is any difficulty.
All the kids are not same, sir.
Well, then you have to help them, isn't it?
No, within 6 months, how they'll know what is D minor, what is A minor. I don't want to teach them blindly.
Let me take this. 1 minute, Rajnikant. Let me take this. First of all, for us as teachers, within 6 months, you should not be sending up a student for an exam. Even if the parent insists, you are the teacher, you know better. The parent is not learning the instrument and neither teaching it. You know what is the right way and what is the wrong way. So you have to counsel them that this is not really, it's not learning a maths table which you can learn in a month or a week's time. This has a lot of skills involved in playing music. You have to multitask, and all this comes with time. Definitely a 4.5 or a 5-year-old should not be taking an exam unless they are gifted children. So please counsel them. And we don't give any age group because learners are different. All learners are different. So we don't give an age, a minimum age to take the exam. But we have a syllabus which is designed around learning outcomes. And those learning outcomes are what decide the assessment criteria. And these are set out, these learning outcomes are all part of Ofqual, which is the official UK board of literally deciding what each exam should or should not contain, and they have to be approved. Our exams have to be approved by Ofqual before we can move forward. So as a teacher, that is your duty. I'm going to have to move on to some other people now. I have...
No, ma'am, I have one last question because...
Okay.
Okay. For example, if you give a suggestion of one book, sir, this book, if you follow this book, your students can appear for the initial grade within 1 year. Like that, can you suggest any book?
Anybody wants to take that? Priya? Are you there, Priya? I don't think she can be heard, but suggest...
That will be helpful. No.
There are a lot of books available in the market. Please remember that Trinity is not a teaching college. It is an examination board. So we cannot promote one book against another book and suggest it. Maybe if you could discuss with the other teachers, other keyboard teachers or piano teachers, you all could all get together and discuss what is the best courseware to use.
I already discussed, so everybody is compromised in this situation.
No, it's not compromising. Each book has similar stuff. It's how it's placed. I don't agree with you there, Rajnikant, that it is compromising. And I also would like to tell you that the exam is not the be-all and the end-all of learning music. You need to learn music for the sake of learning music. The exam is a result of that learning. So please understand that. Do not make it about the exam. Trinity cannot guide you as to what courseware to use. That is up to you as a teacher.
No, ma'am, I'm asking you, you are preparing one syllabus.
Can you mail me or call me sometime? We will have a chat on this. I will talk to you about this, but I need to move on to other people also. I don't have a lot of time left. Yes, Vocal Studio, I've got somebody with a raised hand.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to ask you a question. I actually spoken to the team earlier. I have students currently in Singapore and a few students across in Gurgaon and in Ranchi.
Yeah.
I'm based in Bombay, and so while I understand from my Bombay students, I was told that for my international students and the others, I could apply from here as well for the vocal rock and pop exams. Can I do that? Because I think somewhere in the start of the lesson, when the meeting, I heard you say that for Delhi, you need to register through Delhi.
Yes,
or did I?
Theory exam.
No. So this is for vocal rock and pop. I can apply from Bombay for any state or country, right?
Yes, you could do that, but you see, what we do encourage is that the person makes the entry from where they are. Because you see, it's their business that we are taking away. Please understand that. So you can be teaching that student, but if there is a Trinity Center there, sometimes there aren't Trinity Centers, and then it's fine to take it from here. But if there is a Trinity Center there, please ask them to register there, and you could be doing the training, approving the video.
So how do I get the details? Like, for example, I have about 3 students in Gurgaon right now.
Yes. So you have to go through the Delhi Center.
So these details or whatever the Excel
on the website, all Trinity offices are listed on the website.
And would that apply similarly for like a Singapore and stuff as well?
Yes, worldwide. You go to trinitycollege.com, go to Singapore, and you get the contact of the center.
And you apply from there rather than applying from Bombay.
Yes. You see, there is a difference in fees, and we are then taking away a business from them. You know.
Okay. All right, but
there's no problem.
What's that?
You could be teaching. There is no problem in that. But the application, if there is a Trinity Center there, please make it from there.
Okay, one last question.
Yeah.
For the vocal exams, there's a own choice that we get, right? Which
Yes.
is there's a black list of songs that you can pick from, which falls under the own choice. I think that's a list given by Trinity itself.
I will just pass that question on to Siddharth. Are you here? Siddharth, are you on the call? He's a...
Yes, ma'am, I'm right here.
Yeah, so could you take that question about what is the blacklist? I've never
Well, I
heard
don't know.
of
There's a list that's typically written on a black sheet, which has like stuffs like love story and what a wonderful world for
Where is
grateful.
it? I have not seen it. Have you
It's
seen
on
that?
it's on the site itself. It's on the site itself, on the Trinity site. It's known as own choice,
Correct.
Yeah.
and there's additional songs besides the ones that you already have.
Suggested songs. Yes.
Okay, they're suggested. Okay, so when I take those as own choice, and when you look at an own choice category, can I pick up something that's completely out of either of the lists as well?
Yes, you can. But
Okay,
for that,
okay.
you have to be sure that firstly you're going through the syllabus where they are giving you the prerequisite and the criteria for selecting your own choice song, because they have to match everything that is encompassed in that specific grade. So you have to be sure that you're
Level must
covering
be
all the
matched.
techniques, yeah, the scales, the all the other parameters. So it's clearly mentioned in the syllabus. So if
No, this is for singing.
exactly
Yes,
for
it's all
singing
right.
also,
For
for all
singing
instruments.
also. All
Okay.
parameters are given as to which keys should be used, what kind of time signatures, and all this is given.
Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't. Is this for your rock and pop singing is okay? Because I have never come across the details of how you can pick a song. Would you be able to guide me where I can find that?
Could you
So
send us a mail and
yes, please.
have
I'll
you
do
looked
that.
at the syllabus? Have you looked at the
Yeah,
syllabus?
I've looked at the syllabus and it says own choice and it just talks about songs in general. There's nothing of time signatures and keys and stuff like that.
Akriti, while we are talking about other things, can you pull out the vocal syllabus and check on the own choice parameters?
There are
Yes.
page numbers that you can directly
Yeah,
point
you
out.
can
Yeah.
give them the
Oh,
page.
that'd be fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Rahul,
Hello, Anjali. Good day.
good
Good
day.
day. I just had a small query about the invoice when we enter a student. So we want to be able to distribute invoices to the parents. But to
This
the
is something,
center,
sorry, Rahul, I'm going to cut you short here.
Yeah,
Please
okay.
talk to the operations office for this, the customer support office about this.
Right.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
deal more with academic matters here.
Wonderful. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jack, do you have a question, Jack?
Yes. ma'am.
Yes.
When will you conduct the face-to-face exam?
We just said it at the beginning, we cannot give you a date. If things continue as they are, then hopefully April.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Jaya Bharat. Yes, tell us your question. Okay, Karan. Do you have a question, Karan? Sanjay? Gibson?
Yeah, ma'am, Sanjay here.
Yes, Sanjay.
Ma'am, I want to appear for grade 5 in next month. So,
Yes.
but I have only old one, 2018 to 2020.
Piano.
Yes, piano. I already prepared. So, what should I do now?
You want to appear next month in December?
Means next year also is okay.
Next
If
year
I-
also you can appear with the same pieces, but please change the exercises to the new syllabus exercises.
Only no pieces will be same.
Yes, exercises will be changed. Okay.
No. Exercises means which exercises?
The technical exercises, Sanjay.
Only technical. Only you have to change.
Yes.
But just now I got me say message that only I have to use new book.
Sanjay, I clearly said that you use the new, you can use the old pieces. They are all there in the new syllabus, existing syllabus. Only the exercises have to be changed. This is for
Technical
piano.
one.
Sorry.
Only technical work will be changed.
Not technical work also, technical exercises, the 3 exercises.
Oh, that will be also changed.
Yes, only that will be changed. Not that all.
So which one we can use, the old one?
Oh gosh, old one you cannot use, Sanjay.
Okay.
You use the old pieces and the new exercises. Please read through, go to our website, get the syllabus book and read. It's given very clearly.
Okay, maybe some pieces are still there.
They are all still there.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Anybody else? We have a lot of.
Ma'am, can I
but,
ask now? May I come in, ma'am?
Yes.
Gypsum here.
Yes, Gypsum.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is in connection with the same thing what the lady from the vocal studio was asking.
Yeah.
Now, I represent the Crossroads School of Music from Cochin,
Yes.
Kerala.
Yeah.
We have, and ever since the COVID started, we have taken students from various parts of India, as well as, even abroad students. Now, we're saying when they appear for the exam, they need to register from their local area. Can you just reconfirm that once again?
Yes, if there is a Trinity Center there. So if you're talking about the Middle East, Dubai has a center, I think, which is the other place. Kuwait does not have a center. Saudi probably has, Oman has. So they should register from there because, as I said, we don't want to take away their business because they also have to survive through these exams, right? You can do the preparation, you can do everything, but let them register from the center that where they are living.
Okay, so even countries like, say, Canada and
all depends if there is a center there.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, can I ask?
Yes, Jay.
Ma'am, regarding grade 6, I have sent a mail to you, but the reply was the old syllabus 2018 to 20 can't be used, is what I got to know. Is it true?
Who replied to that?
Not from your mail ID, ma'am, but from someone has replied back.
Okay, I'm going to say this probably the last time. The pieces of the, Priya, can you repeat it? My throat is really tired. Akriti or Priya, somebody.
Like I got you, ma'am. Like any number of total 3 pieces can be taken from both 2018 to 2023.
Okay, Jaivara. So the pieces of the old syllabus are included in the new syllabus. So they are part of the new syllabus. So you can use the same pieces, but the exercises have changed.
Okay.
So yes, so pieces, there are new pieces and the old pieces are included in the new syllabus.
Okay.
So they are part of the new syllabus. You can use them, but you will definitely have to change the exercises as per the new syllabus requirement. Okay. And the scales and arpeggios are also the same. So you can continue with the same scales and arpeggios, but you have to only change the exercises. The 2 exercises that we do for the exam, that you will have to change if you're taking the exam in 2022.
Okay. Last one more question is, when we are submitting the form along with the video, should we have to mention old syllabus if we're taking one piece from the old, or can we just write the title? Is it okay?
No, you just write the title. It is part of your new syllabus.
Okay, ma'am. And one from group A and one from group B and one from any group, right, ma'am?
Depends on the grade. Up to grade 5, it's a free choice list.
Yes, ma'am.
6 to 8, yes. One from group A, one from group B, and the third from either of the groups.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Got it.
Excuse me, ma'am. How do we contact you?
I'm putting my email ID here. Where are you from?
From Bombay.
Okay. Anything academic, contact me.
Yes.
Anything operational, contact Mumbai.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Luckily.
Anjali ma'am, I have one question. Elvia here.
Yes.
The submission information form, ma'am, has a candidate ID mentioned on that. So if I'm sending somebody for the first time, I assume they don't have that candidate ID. Am I correct?
You will get a candidate ID when you put in your entry and you get your details.
Okay, okay. So that ID is to be mentioned on the
submission information form. In fact, if I remember now, the latest one does not have a candidate ID.
Oh, okay. I'll check the latest one.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you.
Akriti, any questions on the chat box? Anything here? Yes, for Nairobi, you can enter from here. Sanjay, okay? Sanjay Dobre.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm from Sanjay from Mumbai.
Yes.
My one question is there, ma'am. Some my students are from abroad. One is from Nairobi.
I just answered that, no? That there is no center in Nairobi, so you can enter from Mumbai.
Yeah, but what about, sir? Do you want to go for theory? So you can't come for especially for theory to Mumbai. That's the reason.
No digital theory exam yet.
So, ma'am, this one question is there. So they are just staying that Nairobi. So you could be able to for any exam from Nairobi offline online. He can give online all the exams.
Online he can give, yes.
So what would be the center from Mumbai? It's okay.
You are making the entry from Mumbai.
Okay.
The email ID of that person has been given.
Okay.
Okay. So the login details will come to that person and he uploads his video.
Henceforth, he can give any exam online by this procedure.
Yes.
But what about theory, ma'am? What about theory? So
Theory at the moment is not online, so it has to be at a center.
Any chances online because he prepared for second grade.
Online theory, but it's not going to be the same as this theory. It will be different.
Okay.
There's very little chance if he's prepared for grade 2 that he will be able to do it online. It's a different theory that is coming up.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Anything?
Ma'am, Karunakaran, ma'am.
Yes.
Can I talk?
Yes, please.
Ma'am, my sincere suggestion is to you. I want to know that is there any arrangement that of I'm talking about electronic keyboard, ma'am. Our students want to know more detail about the pieces that have been given by Trinity College of Music, London. Right?
Let me stop you there. We are not Trinity College of Music. Please get this clear. We are Trinity College, London.
Okay.
It is the examination board. All right? Yes.
Yeah.
Now continue.
Okay, ma'am. Nice to know that. My suggestion, it will be a lot more interesting for students, especially who are attending keyboard. They want to know more detail about the pieces that have been given.
What are you there for? What is the teacher there for?
No.
Teacher should look up the pieces and provide them. That's part of teaching. I do it all the time.
Yeah, I do know that, ma'am, but it will be a lot more interesting for the students also to make them come up while they are seeing writtenly or in words. It will attract them. My sincere suggestion.
We will definitely pass on the suggestion. I know in piano we have performance notes where they tell you a little bit about the pieces. But for me as a teacher, and that's my advice after all these years to all of you, that this is a little work that you should do. Tomorrow, if you're teaching theme from New York in the electronic keyboard, show them. Get onto YouTube, show that this is from a Broadway musical and who composed it and what else he's composed. Show them the whole thing and tell them about, this was composed at this time, this period of time, and the music in musicals on Broadway were of a certain type. There was dance involved. It's musical theater. So these are things the teacher needs to find out. We don't get everything on a platter. And as I said, we are not a teaching board, we are an exam board. We do try and help as far as possible. But as a
Yeah,
teacher, it is our responsibility to give them more information about what they are learning. Not just that I am doing grade 6, this week, and that's it. I have no idea. It's the same thing, the example I quote all the time, that my student was doing Allegro in G, and I asked, what is the key of the piece? She was at a loss.
Okay, ma'am.
Know
I
what
do
the key of
understand,
the
ma'am.
piece is. So little effort from our side is very, very necessary.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing I want to insist, it will be a lot more for the students also, interesting for the students also. When they have...
You are going to make it interesting for the student, maybe even dance to it.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
We are providing such interesting topics to
You're
them.
from Chennai, right? Are you from Chennai?
No.
When?
No, I am from Tamil Nadu. I am representing Chennai. My name is Karunagaran. I am a teacher, electronic keyboard teacher.
In Chennai or somewhere else?
I am actually in Tiruvarur district, madam.
Thiru? Say that again.
Tiruvarur, near Tanjavur. You know that?
Oh, yes, I know that.
Yeah. And
I have been to quite a lot, but I haven't been there. I've been to Tirunelveli.
Nice. Tanjavur also a nice town, ma'am.
If I ever meet you, I will give a demonstration. Okay?
Definitely, I'm waiting, ma'am. And another one, can I ask you one more else, ma'am? What can be the sort of arrangement to enrich teachers to make them more accomplished? I'm talking about the degrees, diplomas, PhDs.
I agree with you there. Definitely. I don't know, maybe it may not work out from Trinity because there are certain things that have to be followed as an examination board. Maybe locally we will find something, to build this teacher community that we have and provide, from local universities here in India. Why not? Why can they not give us a teaching degree? Because see, the kind of teaching degree that you get from Trinity, I would say 90% of the teachers would not get through it. I'm sorry for being blunt. But that is not the knowledge that we acquire here. We do teaching the way it is needed in India.
Yeah.
So definitely we are trying. These are all steps towards building a teaching community. And hopefully at some stage we get into that thing of categorizing teachers, giving them some kind of a little certificate of, where they are in their teaching.
And another one also, we are eagerly waiting for you people to set up a conservatory in India. Is it possible for you?
I am also eagerly waiting. I'm clapping for that. We will definitely do it. Don't worry. It may not happen in my lifetime. I don't have a very long time to go, but I will definitely set the wheels in motion.
No, ma'am, you will live longly because all of you.
Thank you so much.
Kindness and love is there for you. You will be always good. Feel good. Feel free. Because you are always so kind. I have watched you in so many meetings. From my heart, I am telling there is a lot of love and care for you.
Need all your love and blessings, and I'm always there for you all. Any questions? So I'm sorry if some questions. Has everything been addressed, Akriti? In the chat box? I'll just take a last two questions. Priya, where were you? We lost you. I can't hear you.
Ma'am was actually having,
Ma'am was having problems with the connection, no?
With the mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So anything else before we sign off? And we will be back on Akriti. What's 2 Fridays away?
Excuse me,
Mr. Balamurli had a question about theory exams.
Yeah.
They will be conducted in February 2022. He asked if the May
Next,
exam
the
will be
next
done.
one.
Yeah.
The
So-
May will also continue. May will also be there. This is additional session, Bala. Okay. Somebody was just asking something. Yeah, I know. Ring the bell. The time is over.
Hey, I'm Nereus here from Bombay.
Yes,
Thane.
ladies.
Yeah, so just now for the theory part, now because of the pandemic, my students couldn't give it in November 2020.
Yeah.
So, and I had already put to Fataros Bombay that this November not possible. I don't think so. It was held.
It was held. It was held.
It was held.
Yeah.
Okay. But because
You
of the,
can
but
now-
my
now you can apply for February.
it is going to be February or in May.
February and May, both. Okay.
Okay. February. So I'll get in touch with.
Are you not on
Fataros
the
and-
mailing list of Mumbai Center?
I actually I've not received any mail so far because I really have to get
Please
back
point
to.
it out to Lydia because Mumbai is one of the most efficient centers as far as dispensing information goes.
Okay,
most-
Bombay is very big city. Like
Yeah, no,
lots of
but
features.
they are very particular. I have a question here that when is the next date for Rock and Pop? There are no dates. The exams are digital. You apply whenever you want. You just have to decide your date and tell your center that this is when I would like to appear. When do I put in my entry? Okay.
Okay, those are for practicals. Okay, so for my students, I'm not opting for practical because of
No,
this
so
thing.
for
and we
theory,
can,
the last date for entry is third week of December, I think. So
okay,
you
fine. So I have to
you need
re-enter
contact
because of
them.
the fees, ma'am. Anjali, ma'am.
Yeah.
Fees has been paid in 2020, so it
Yes,
is be
that
valid
will be
for.
adjusted. That will be adjusted.
That will be adjusted as per my student because February I'll have to check whether they have any exams or something. They are
Yes.
small now, just
Till
11
May.
or 12 years old.
Yeah, till May, the fees will be adjusted. The theory
Till
fees
May
will
it will
be adjusted till May. But if anybody's made an entry before COVID and not yet taken the practical exam, you need to take it before 31st December. The fees will not be carried over after 31st December.
Okay, I
Only
understood.
for theory, it will be carried over till the May session.
Okay, now Filal, I have only 2 students for the theory part. For practical,
Sure. So contact
really
contact Lydia, please.
Lydia, yeah, because I don't know whether she started traveling because
No,
she
but
was
you can
working from.
contact over email. Please email mumbai.center@trinitycollege.in.
Fine. I'll put a mail and I'll get it to them.
Yes.
Okay, Anjali ma'am, thank you so much.
You're most
and it's
welcome.
nice. This is the
Thank
first
you
time
all
I'm
for attending.
talking to you.
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you everyone for attending, and I hope this was useful. It's nice having these sessions because I think we get to say a lot more things than we do in mails and in a webinar. So whoever's interested, we'll be back 2 Fridays from today.
The second Friday of December, which is 10th of December.
10th of December. Okay. Bye-bye.
Ma'am, just a second, ma'am. 1 second.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I just want to know where would I get the details of the exam centers in different parts of the world, like, in Canada?
Go to trinity.com, trinitycollege.com, and
Okay.
contact us kind of thing. You'll find all the centers.
All right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.